Hope you guys are having a great week. Happy Aloha Wednesday. Thanks for hopping on. We're here tonight, Liza and I. I'm gonna lead the call. Liza's gonna just do a few announcements to get us going. But thanks for being on here. Let's go through our oily protocol while everyone jumps on. So grab an oil, whatever's speaking to you on this beautiful Wednesday night. I don't use this enough, but I'm gonna go with hope.
Someone is signed in as me. Aisha, that might be you. You might have to, I'm getting a notification that I'm logged on as someone else.
All right, guys, grab your oil. Let's get grounded. Let's get in tune. And let's do some deep breaths. Another deep breath of whatever oil is speaking to you. Hand over your heart if you wish. Repeat after me. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm doing the best that I can. We are all doing the best that we can. All right, guys. So happy to have you all here.
All right, we'll turn it over to Fraser. She is going to share with us about Clove, our product of the month.
Hi. Okay, I'm pretty sure my power went out because my timing was totally off on my clocks. So I was running around. Let me take my adaptive really quick because I need to calm down. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about Clove, and that is the product of the month, which means that you can get Clove for free when you place a 125 PV LRP order before the 15th. So don't forget that if you want to get it for free before the 15th. So I'm going to share my screen. Just made a short little presentation to show you guys. So I'm going to share that. Present. And can you hear me okay? Kanani, I can only see you. Can you hear me okay? Yeah? Okay, perfect. Okay, so Clove is a free product of the month, and we're gonna go over the different information about it. So the first thing that I wanted to go over were the top properties of Clove. And I feel like we don't usually talk about the top properties, but this is something that I personally always look at. If I'm trying to make a roller bottle for somebody or any type of blend that I'm putting together, I always look at the top properties because, say, for example, I'm trying to make a roller that I really need like antiviral properties. I'm going to look at all the different oils that have antiviral as one of the top properties. So I wanted to share the top properties with you guys. And some of them are kind of like, you know what it means just by the name of it. Like, for example, antiviral. I'm pretty sure everybody knows what that means. But some of them I didn't know. So I wanted to go over that with you guys. So the first one is antioxidant. And that means that it helps to protect your cells from damage caused by free radicals in your body. And free radicals play a part in cancer and heart disease, stroke, and other diseases of aging. So antioxidants are very important to be using. And you can also get antioxidants from foods like blueberries, things like that. Another one is antiviral, and then antifungal, expectorants. I didn't know what this one was. So this one, it helps to promote discharge of phlegm and other fluids that are stuck in your respiratory tract. And then nervine, so it's used to help calm your nerves. Antiparasitic, so it destroys and inhibits the growth and reproduction of parasites in your body. And then vermicides are used to kill worms, especially intestinal worms. So if you guys have this book, I highly recommend you get this book. I'm gonna flip to the page to show you guys. So on that page, it'll say all of the top properties. I can't even see myself, so hopefully you can see, but it shows the top properties on the right side of the page. So I always look at that. Every time I'm looking at my oils, which I'm gonna choose, I always check out the top properties. So I recommend that you guys do that too when you're trying to put together blends. And then the top property or the top uses, of course, you're gonna look at the uses and be like, okay, yeah, no brainer because of all the properties that are in clove. So you have immune boost, so boost your immune system. It helps with liver and brain support, with tooth pain and cavities, with infection and parasites, viruses and cold, thyroid issues and metabolic support, and then circulation and hypertension. So I wanted to talk about the tooth pain and cavities. So I saw a post that Liza had put up where I think it was Liza, where you can put a drop of clove on your toothpaste when you're brushing your teeth. So I did that. I don't know if any of you tried that yet, but it's very, very spicy. And you're gonna get an instant lip filler with using clove with your toothpaste. So if you want a lip filler, go ahead and put clove with your toothpaste and brush. It's gonna be very spicy and it's gonna sting for a little bit, but it's a good sting. But it's really good for teeth. The other way that I use it for teeth and like for cavities, for my son, when he had a really bad cavity and it was hurting him a lot, I make him do oil pulling. So we just do coconut oil in his mouth, and then I do 1 drop of clove with that into his mouth, and then he swishes for about like 10 to 20 minutes. It sounds long, but that's how you do oil pulling. So that really helps with the cavities and to help numb the pain from that. Okay, so the emotions, let me check the chat. Clove is great for wisdom teeth extraction. Daughter used it. Well, that's good to use. How did she use it? Did she dilute it and then rub it on?
Yes, she did. She actually applied it before she started her, she applied on her gums maybe a couple of days before the extraction. And then after the extraction, she applied it again. And then she said the pain didn't last more than 2 days after. So.
Nice. That's a good tip. So if any of you are getting your teeth extracted, use clove. And then Jai said, I literally hate oil pulling. Is it because it takes forever? That's why my boys hate it too. Because when you're doing oil pulling, you want to swish continuously for like 10 to 20 minutes. So it takes a while, but it works really good. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the emotions part of clove. So it takes you from feeling, so like the negative emotions of it is when you're feeling like a victim, when you're feeling defeated, dominated, enslaved, when you have fear of rejection, when you feel intimidated, when you feel controlled and codependent. So then it takes you from feeling all of those to feeling empowered and to have clear boundaries. It helps you to feel protected, courageous, independent, capable, proactive, and to have integrity. So I wanted to read from this book. So this is the Essential Emotions book. If you don't have this, I highly recommend this book too. So these 2 books, I'll hold them up so you can see it again. So these 2 books are my absolute favorite. So I'm gonna read the part from there. So it says, Clove supports individuals in letting go of victim mentality. Victims feel overly influenced by other people and outside circumstances. They perceive themselves as powerless to change their life situations. Clove helps individuals stand up for themselves, be proactive, and feel capable of making their own choices regardless of others. Clove assists individuals in letting go of patterns of self-betrayal and codependency by reconnecting them with their personal integrity. It builds up appropriate boundaries and defenses. Clove gives pushovers the courage to say no. It reignites the inner fire and encourages individuals to stand up for themselves. It can assist when there has been a history of weakened boundaries caused by mistreatment, exploitation, repeated traumatic or compromising experiences. Clove is helpful in breaking free of these patterns by restoring an individual's self or sense of self and helping them regain the strength needed to advocate for themselves or for their right to self-contaminant and protection. So I honestly don't refer to this very often, but now that I'm like really looking at it and I'm learning this about Clove, I'm loving the emotional side of it. And I feel like especially with Christmas coming up and family supposed to be coming in, if you have family members that maybe you're having these negative emotions towards or they make you feel that way, Clove would be a really good one to put into the diffuser. And it's found in On Guard too. So you can diffuse On Guard and then just add an extra clove to help bring those positive emotional properties out. And I think that was the last slide. But does anyone want to share how they like to use clove? Maybe something they've done recently. You can unmute or you can share in the chat. Well, yeah, with the holidays coming up, holiday make and takes are going to be so good to do with clove. Clove, I don't know how to say it. Cassia.
I say cassia.
Yeah, I normally say cassia, but I hear some people say cassia too. But those would be really good. And On Guard would be really good to use for all of your like Christmas make and takes. You could do body scrubs. You can bake with it. I just did a recipe with clove. I love baking like pumpkin spice type of recipes with clove in it. Michael said tassel and wooden bead diffusers. Yeah, last Christmas we did like a make and take get together class and we made these cute like wooden beads with tassels and then you can diffuse the essential oils onto the wooden beads and then you hang it in your car.
Thanks, Fraser. We really appreciate learning more about clove. And for all of you On Guard lovers, that is what makes clove On Guard so powerful, is the Clove Essential Oil in there. So thank you so much. Okay, I wanted to, did anybody else want to share anything though?